The Daffodils by William Wordsworth, read for LibriVox.org by Mary Anderson. I wandered lonely as a cloud that floats on high o'er vales and hills, when all at once I saw a crowd, a host of golden daffodils, beside the lake, beneath the trees, fluttering and dancing in the breeze. Continuous as the stars that shine and twinkle on the Milky Way, they stretched in never-ending line along the margin of a bay. 10,000 saw I at a glance, tossing their heads in sprightly dance. The waves beside them danced, but they outdid the sparkling waves in glee. A poet could not but be gay in such a jocund company. I gazed and gazed, but little thought what wealth the show to me had brought. For oft when on my couch I lie, in vacant or in pensive mood, they flash upon that inward eye which is the bliss of solitude. And then my heart with pleasure fills, and dances with the daffodils.
The Green Linnet by William Wordsworth, read for LibriVox.org by Thomas Peter. Beneath these fruit tree boughs that shed their snow-white blossoms on my head, with brightest sunshine round me spread of spring's unclouded weather, in this sequestered nook, how sweet to sit upon my orchard seat, and flowers and birds once more to greet, my last year's friends together. One have I marked, the happiest guest in all this covert of the blest. Hail to thee, far above the rest, in joy of voice and pinion, thou linnet, in thy green array presiding spirit here to-day, dost lead the revels of the May, and this is thy dominion. While birds and butterflies and flowers make all one band of paramours, thou, ranging up and down the bowers, art sole in thy employment. A life, a presence like the air, scattering thy gladness without care, too blest with any one to pair, thyself thy own enjoyment. Amid yon tuft of hazel trees that twinkle to the gusty breeze, behold him perched in ecstasies, yet seeming still to hover. There, where the flutter of his wings upon his back and body flings shadows and sunny glimmerings that cover him all over. My dazzled sight he oft deceives, a brother of the dancing leaves, then flits, and from the cottage eaves pours forth his song and gushes, as if by that exulting strain he mocked and treated with disdain the voiceless form he chose to feign, while fluttering in the bushes.
Lines Written in Early Spring by William Wordsworth, read for LibriVox.org by Peter Bobby. I heard 1,000 blended notes, while in a grove I sat reclined, in that sweet mood when pleasant thoughts bring sad thoughts to the mind. To her fair works did nature link the human soul that through me ran, and much it grieved my heart to think what man has made of man. Through primrose tufts in that green bower the periwinkle trailed its wreaths, and 'tis my faith that every flower enjoys the air it breathes. The birds around me hopped and played, their thoughts I cannot measure, but the least motion which they made, it seemed a thrill of pleasure. The budding twigs spread out their fan to catch the breezy air, and I must think, do all I can, that there was pleasure there. If this belief from heaven be sent, if such be nature's holy plan, have I not reason to lament what man has made of man?
Ode to Duty by William Wordsworth, read for LibriVox.org by Graham Scott, Cheltenham, England, grahamscottaudio.com. Stern daughter of the voice of God, O Duty, if that name thou love, who art a light to guide, a rod to check the erring and reprove, thou who art victory and law when empty terrors overawe, from vain temptations dost set free, and calm'st the weary strife of frail humanity. There are who ask not if thine eye be on them, who, in love and truth, where no misgiving is, rely upon the genial sense of youth, glad hearts without reproach or blot, who do thy work and know it not. Oh, if through confidence misplaced they fail, thy saving arms, dread Power, around them cast. Serene will be our days and bright, and happy will our nature be, when love is an unerring light, and joy its own security. And they a blissful course may hold even now, who, not unwisely bold, live in the spirit of this creed, yet seek thy firm support according to their need. I, loving freedom and untried, no sport of every random gust, yet being to myself a guide, too blindly have reposed my trust. And oft, when in my heart was heard thy timely mandate, I deferred the task in smoother walks to stray, but thee I now would serve more strictly, if I may. Through no disturbance of my soul, or strong compunction in me wrought, I supplicate for thy control, but in the quietness of thought, me this unchartered freedom tires, I feel the weight of chance desires, my hopes no more must change their name, I long for a repose that ever is the same. Stern lawgiver, yet thou dost wear the Godhead's most benignant grace, nor know we anything so fair as is the smile upon thy face. Flowers laugh before thee on their beds, and fragrance in thy footing treads. Thou dost preserve the stars from wrong, and the most ancient heavens through thee are fresh and strong. To humbler functions, awful Power, I call thee, I myself commend unto thy guidance from this hour. O let my weakness have an end, give unto me, made lowly wise, the spirit of self-sacrifice, the confidence of reason give, and in the light of truth thy bondman let me live.
She was a Phantom of Delight by William Wordsworth. Read for LibriVox.org by Kristen Hughes. She was a phantom of delight when first she gleamed upon my sight, a lovely apparition, sent to be a moment's ornament, her eyes as stars of twilight fair, like twilight's too her dusky hair, but all things else about her drawn from Maytime and the cheerful dawn, a dancing shape, an image gay, to haunt, to startle and waylay. I saw her upon nearer view, a spirit, yet a woman too, her household motions light and free, and steps of virgin liberty, a countenance in which did meet sweet records, promises as sweet, a creature not too bright or good for human nature's daily food, for transient sorrows, simple wiles, praise, blame, love, kisses, tears, and smiles. And now I see with eyes serene the very pulse of the machine, a being breathing thoughtful breath, a traveller between life and death, the reason firm, the temperate will, endurance, foresight, strength, and skill, a perfect woman nobly planned, to warn, to comfort, and command, and yet a spirit still and bright, with something of angelic light.